Here's a question from Terry. He says, I have a question for Kat. She says the Father carries us inside of him before we come to earth, like little baby spirits. Is there a finite number of these spirits inside of him, and will all of them eventually be sent to the earth? Is there a, quote, last person sent kind of thing? Like when the last one sent, that's the end of time. What would you know about that?
Now, who asked that question?
Terry.
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 You have a really good friend with the Holy Spirit, okay? Because he's actually the one who put that in your mind. Almost never, in all the years I have done this, has somebody asked me that question. Now, I was told the answer by the Father himself, because I'm willing to lay down my life. I'm giving my life away. Trust me, I am. And I love everybody watching, even those who are on the wrong side, the wrong track, going down the wrong path. My heart is that you know God. Don't miss your destiny. Don't regret that you had opportunities to know Christ and let them pass you. You don't want to get in by the skin of your teeth, but they're even happy that do. But I can tell you that was told personally to me by the Father. And it's usually a young person who figures that out. And yes, I may as well say it publicly now. It's okay to say it publicly, the Father said. There is a number, and it isn't infinite. There will come a day when he sends the last one. That's why I tell people when the world ends, it's not a date like March the 12th or whatever. It will be an event. And that's what he's always had me say. When this certain event takes place, he will no longer need the earth nor the physical realm. He created it. The whole reason he created this earth and physical realm was so he could send us from himself. Let me take a drink. Everybody's like, what? And it actually makes sense. The answer does make sense. And what they said makes sense. If he has a number, whether it could be billions, that lived in him, there's no limit to inside of God. If you could look inside of him, you would see no back or size to him. There's no human body parts inside of him. There's this beautiful, powerful river of life that you can see flowing up. There's these massive gemstones inside of him that have fire in them, around in the water around him, and that's what causes the rainbow to shoot out of him. That was something else he showed me, but he told me, because you're willing to do this, I'm going to give you the answer to a mystery that's always been. The day the earth will be needed no more is the day I send the last one from myself.
Wow.
First time, people, publicly. First time you were listening at the right time. It makes sense. If you were God and you carried all of these billions of little spirits of life, he knew every one of you when you were that inside of him. You played with him. You swam in the river of life. That's why we like gemstones, because they're inside him. They're stones of revelation. They're stones of fire inside of him. It talks about in Ezekiel 28. Go look it up. So that's where our life was. You could ride in and out on the rays of the rainbow, but you couldn't go any further. You were a little spiritual being. You couldn't go find someplace in heaven to live. You only lived in him before you were here. And then he decided it was your time to be sent to the earth. Had you born in the earth, why? So you would have flesh. You'd have a flesh body, not just a spirit one. And so that was his purpose. Why would he need to keep this physical realm or this earth we're on? That's why he says he's going to roll it away, right? He's going to roll it away and make it all brand new, have a brand new earth that will be physical and spiritual, bound together forever. And we will live forever and ever with immortal bodies at that time.